Good afternoon. Today, walking down to a mark in Stanford-le-Hope that I plan on fishing tomorrow. Now, I haven't fished here for over 15 years and I know it's changed a lot. They've built a new port and they've also flooded the old sea wall. So all this behind me, all that used to be grass. As you can see, each end of the old sea wall there. So I just want to walk around to where I'm going to be fishing tomorrow and just have a look, just check for any snags, gullies, sandbanks, bars, gravel bars, anything like that, anything that's going to hold fish or I might get snagged in. So I think fishing here is going to be my best bet for tomorrow. It's nice and flat. There is a gully just out there. I don't think you can see it just in the distance. Just in front of that buoy out in the water. I think there's two gullies that go across and join each other. Ideally I would have liked to have been able to get up to the end. You can see the rough ground up there. But I can't walk along the bottom with my gear tomorrow. And up on the top it's so overgrown, I'm soaking wet as it is. My legs are soaked and my wellies. At least here I've got a nice flat spot in front of me. Right, so I've decided where I'm going to fish tomorrow now. I found a nice little spot. So I'm just going to head down to Phil's Tackling in Canvey Island now, pick up some bait. Good morning. I'm down at the mark already. I was a little bit late out of bed this morning, so there's a bit of a rush to get down here. But I've managed to get both rods out now. I've got one out with a 2-hook clip down trace on it, size 2 hooks. And I've got the other one out there with a 3-hook boom rig on it, again with size 2 hooks. I've got some lug, rag and squid with me this morning. So hopefully there's something about. First bite, but nothing come of it. I just thought I'd quickly show you my rig before I cast back out. So I've got 3-hook trace booms, weighted booms, with only little tiny size 2 hooks, and then at the top I've crimped a little ball head in place just so it helps keep everything weighted down to the bottom. So I know as it's fishing it is going to be laying flat across the floor. Just had my first fish, tiniest of little bass, but at least it saved the blank. I thought that was crabs biting. I've had 2 or 3 bites now where the rod tip's going, every time I reeled in there's nothing there. Maybe it's just these little tiny bass struggling to get the hook in their mouth. But I am fishing with size 2 hooks, so they are really small. That's the first fish. That was only caught in close, 30-40 yards. So what I might do is on my next cast on my rod that I've got to cast out a bit further, is drop it in a little bit closer. Just as I said I was going to drop the rod that's at long range in a bit closer, I've had a bite on that rod now. So hopefully I'll get a fish on that and I can leave it out there. Somehow these bass are managing to get smaller. Absolutely tiny. That must be what all those little rattles are that I'm getting. Just struggling to get the hooks in their mouth. Number 3. Just started to rain now as well. Yeah, at least I know what all those little rattles are now. They're all been these tiny little bass. Hopefully there's a bigger one out there. I've just chucked out a whole squid just to see if there's anything a little bit bigger out. That's it, that's a better bass. That's the size I'm after. I'll have a measure of him just to see how big he is. But glad I got a better one. Just short of 41 centimetres. I'm happy with that. After catching all them small ones, that's what I was thinking I was going to get. So let's get this one back. I'm well happy with that bass. I know it's not a monster by any standards, but 41 centimetres, it's not a bad fish, especially when you've been struggling. Like up till now I've had 3 small tiny little bass, like you couldn't get much smaller. But now we're well into the ebb, hopefully I might pick up another couple. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put out a whole squid. And the way I like to prepare a squid is still whole, bind it up just all the way along the body of it, a couple of turns up and down, just so it keeps it all nice and compact. So it's whipped up like that, and then I can hook that on a similar way to your bait a worm on. It'll thread up the hook nice, and it'll hold its shape as well, so it won't all bunch down on the hook. After wrapping the squid up, I've got a 4/0 hook, and I'll just thread it on as if I'm threading a worm on the hook. That's on the hook now. You see it's nice and straight, and it'll hold that shape. It won't bunch down. It won't bunch down on the hook. Another diddy little bass. I think that's number 5 now. Still. I think about half hour left, and I don't think I'm going to have any water left in front of me. And I've only got half a pack of ragworm left as well now. Let's get this one back. Well, that's not what I wanted. Little eel. First one I caught in a while. Right, let's get unhooked before it ties me in a big knot. I can't believe how many small bass are out there. I think that's number 6 now. So it's been quite a few. But it's been my last cast now. The sand's just showing at the bottom of the water line. So it's really shallow here, so I think the tide's just going to rush out now. Right, that's it, I'm all packed up now. Turned out to be a reasonable session. As soon as that tide turned, I ended up with 5 bass, 1 eel. And that one reasonable bass was 41 centimetres. As well, it just goes to show, like, I come down yesterday, checked out in front of me, and all I could see was that one feature, that gully. And I was casting that one rod towards that, and that's where I had that 41 centimetre bass. Just goes to show you it pays off to come down here and do your homework. Well, hopefully I'll see you all next time.